We've talked about two sources of innovation that can be found inside an area you know, the unexpected and incongruities. We're now going to talk about a third source that also requires you to know quite a bit about an industry, and that's process need. Process need doesn't start with a surprise event or something that doesn't feel right. It actually starts with a job to be done. It takes a process that already exists and improves it by replacing a weakness in an existing way of doing things and incorporating newly available knowledge or providing a missing link. Ultimately, this is very similar to looking for the incongruity within a process, with the major difference being that you're not looking for something that doesn't feel right, you're just looking at the task that needs to be done and looking for opportunities to improve it. As we speak, this is happening at an astounding rate in the healthcare sector. The process of receiving medical care is generally a lengthy one, spanning triage and insurance validation, all the way to discharge instructions and checkout. With the use of electronic medical records, entrepreneurs are improving this process, aiming to make it faster, easier, and cheaper. And it doesn't stop there. Recently, I talked to a company called Azumio. They are working on a series of apps that allow for real-time collection and aggregation of vital stats, such as your heart rate. They have over 20 million downloads for their biofeedback health apps. Consider the process improvement that could occur if this data could be sent to your doctor and analyzed without you having to visit the office. We're not there yet, but examining the doctor-patient process and finding where it can be improved is a prime example of finding innovation in a process need. In looking at process needs as a source of innovation, you want to look for 5 things. First, you need to isolate a self-contained process that can be analyzed. Second, you want to focus on a single weak or missing link. You don't want to redesign the entire process, as the change would be too disruptive. Third, you want a clear definition of the objective in order to focus your innovation. Fourth, your innovative solution needs to be able to be communicated clearly. And lastly, there should be high receptivity for your idea. People need to viscerally understand that there ought to be a better way. If you can find a process improvement that has these 5 characteristics, then you're well on your way to finding your big idea. However, you need to be careful of a few risks. First, the need must not only be viscerally understood, it also must be intellectually understood. People must understand how the process is broken, not just know that it is broken. Second, some process needs might not be solvable with our current knowledge. Everyone might know why we have a problem, and yet there might be no way to fix it. Lastly, the process improvement shouldn't cause significant disruption to the process. The reason we want to focus on single links in a process is that massive process overall is a scary proposition. Incremental changes don't disrupt the status quo and are easily reversible. This makes them much more easily accepted. How comfortable would you feel if you went to a doctor tomorrow and every step of the process was different?